All right, so welcome back. Now we're gonna talk about features. Just a quick summary of all the features. Once again, I don't want to overwhelm you, and then we'll get into building. So let's say we've made our sketch in the previous part, right? It's fully defined. All the lines are black. So now we have to bring that shape into 3D space, and there's a couple of ways you can do that. The most common one is extrude. So basically, that just means you have a shape in 2D space, and now you want to bring that shape out to 3D space. You want to add thickness to the shape. So you click your sketch, then you click extrude, and there's a couple of different options. If you just want to define whatever the thickness is, let's say you want to make the thickness 40 millimeters, then you just click OK, and you're good to go, right? If I want to go back and change it, I go edit feature. There's a couple of different options. Uh, I'll speak about these when I'm building, but that's basically the gist of extrude, right? You're just adding thickness to whatever you're trying to build. Um, so revolve is a little bit different. I'll set up a sketch as a revolve just to show you guys what that is. But it's really for circular shapes. So let's say I wanted to build like a vase or something, right? So I would make like a center line, sort of, and then you can make any like organic shape that you want to, right? Something like that. I don't know. Some crazy shape. And then if I go to revolve now, so it knows I want to revolve this. Now I just have to pick like whatever it would be revolving around. So like the center of the vase, which would be this line. And then it spins the object 360 degrees. So that's revolve. And then there's a couple of other different features. Sweep is pretty can be pretty useful depending on what you're doing. Let's just say that you have like this like crazy like path or whatever, and you want your object to sort of follow around that path. So now I can create a shape like on this path. And then this, so it's going to ask for the path that you want to like push along the path, the like profile that you want to push along the path, and then the path that you want it to like go through, and then it like pushes that shape through that path, right? And then there's basically the opposite of all of those shapes if you want to take away, right? So if I wanted to make a little hole or something like that, you could use extrude cut. This is the just like a very high level description of all the features. There's also fillet. This is super useful. This is just like it adds a little like round, which are super useful for like 3D printed parts. It really makes things look nice. Could add a corner round, and SolidWorks does like a sort of good job of like figuring out how it should look at like the joint between all the corners. Um, and then there's chamfer, which just adds like a little bevel on whatever edge you're trying to create. You could change the value of the chamfer. You can change the degree at which the chamfer occurs. Those are the very basic features that you'll need. And I'll talk more about them in detail as we go. But that's the gist, right? You have a shape in 2D space. Now you bring it to 3D space. So you've used the sketch tab to create your shape in 2D space. Now you use the features tab to bring any of these buttons in the features tab to bring your shape from a sketch into a 3D object that you build upon. In the next part, we'll start actually building our cave. That's just a little summary of all the features. Also, if you have let's say you have a sketch on this plane, right? And you got a circle, right? Whatever. You have whatever sketch. Let's say you're like, oh, for whatever reason, I don't want that sketch to be there. I actually want this sketch to be on this plane. quick way to fix that is you right click it, you right click your sketch, and then you go edit sketch plane. And then you could pick the back one, click the check mark, boom. Now your sketch is on this surface. Also, a feature that I recently discovered that's really nice. If you know the name of a feature, but you don't know exactly where it is, if you click this in the top right corner, you click this little black box with a little arrow, a little search box comes up, and you could just type in, I don't know. Let's say you don't know where. What the heck is extrude? You don't know where extrude. Oh my god. You don't know where extrude is. You just click that, and the feature pops up, and boom. There you go.